Elon Musk and 50 Cent have just detonated a truth bomb that sent shockwaves through the entire entertainment industry. This isn't just another celebrity scandal. This is something far bigger, something far darker. Diddy Combs isn't the mastermind everyone thinks he is. He's not the kingpin. He's the decoy, the distraction. And the real force pulling the strings behind the curtain makes the Epstein list look like a bedtime story. If you believed Diddy was the final boss, then you've been following the wrong map this whole time. Because Elon Musk isn't just talking anymore. According to mounting speculation, he's allegedly aligning with 50 Cent to expose who's really been controlling this empire from the shadows. And here's what makes this situation absolutely explosive. While 50 Cent has been loud, unapologetic, and fearless, calling out the parties and releasing his documentary, Elon brings something far more dangerous to the table. Data, receipts, and access to years of private direct messages from Twitter, now X. Messages between celebrities, politicians, moguls, and power brokers that were never meant to see the light of day. Messages that could scorch Hollywood to the ground. What you're about to witness is a 3-level pyramid of power. At the bottom, we start with Jay-Z and Beyoncé. In the middle, the untouchable industry kingmakers, Oprah Winfrey and Clive Davis. And at the very top, a name almost no one expected. A name that's been hiding in plain sight the entire time. This is no longer about rappers, record labels, or chart positions. This reaches into pulpits, boardrooms, and places most people are too afraid to question. And 50 Cent has been screaming about this for months while everyone else stayed silent. So buckle up, because what you're about to hear is going to rewrite everything you thought you knew. Dave Chappelle once said the entertainment industry is a monster. The same monster the Me Too movement tried to warn us about. He explained that when he walked away from his show, people asked why he didn't just move to another network. And his response cut straight to the bone. Why would a slave run from one plantation to another just because the master might be nicer? You're still trapped. Dave admitted he felt imprisoned by the system. And if someone at his level felt trapped, what does that say about everyone else? Before we climb this pyramid, you need to understand why Diddy's case matters far beyond hip-hop. This isn't about his biography. This is about power. When 50 Cent released The Reckoning, he made it clear why he had no choice but to speak out. No one else in the industry would. They were either terrified, compromised, or controlled. And 50 said something that hit hard. If he stayed silent, hip-hop itself would look like it was endorsing Diddy's behavior. So he stepped up alone. Then the questions started piling up. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and not get asked a single question about Aaliyah or R. Kelly? How does that happen on national television? Jaguar Wright didn't mince words. She said Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. She compared them to Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and R. Kelly, and said they all share one thing in common: Sean Carter. She called it a fist of tyranny that's been punching through the industry for decades. And when she said these things publicly, her interview vanished, pulled, deleted, gone within 48 hours. Then there's the allegation that Diddy had over 250 hidden cameras installed inside his homes. Cameras allegedly recording everything at those infamous parties. Insiders like Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal claim those recordings weren't for pleasure. They were insurance, blackmail material, the leverage that kept powerful people obedient. And now, those tapes are reportedly being quietly shopped around Hollywood, sending panic through elite circles. So why does Elon Musk change everything? Because he owns X. And that means he potentially holds years of private conversations, DMs between the most powerful people on Earth. When Elon sat down with Joe Rogan, he didn't dance around the subject. He questioned Jennifer Lopez directly. She warned the world about Trump, but never warned anyone about Diddy, not once, despite being his ex-girlfriend. Elon said it plainly, maybe her judgment shouldn't be trusted. Joe Rogan compared Diddy's operation to Epstein's. Both allegedly compromised powerful people, filmed them, and used that footage to maintain control. And the scariest question of all, who was feeding Diddy victims? And how many people were compromised? Now we climb to level 1. Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Jaguar Wright claims Jay-Z had direct ties to Aaliyah's tragic plane crash. She alleges he arranged for her to be placed on a faulty plane after she rejected him, clearing the path for Beyoncé's rise. These claims are not proven, but the silence surrounding them is deafening. Jay-Z has never addressed them publicly. When Diddy was charged, guess whose lawyer suddenly appeared everywhere? Jay-Z's personal attorney, Alex Spiro, representing victims, suing other lawyers, controlling the battlefield. And insiders say Hollywood is in full-scale panic behind closed doors. Then there's Big L, the rapper who introduced Jay-Z to Dame Dash, the man who helped open the doors. Negotiations were underway for Big L to sign a deal, and then he was murdered in an unsolved drive-by shooting. Jaguar Wright claims this was the first mysterious death in Jay-Z's rise to power. Coincidence or pattern? Level 2 is where the shadows get longer. Oprah Winfrey. Clive Davis. Oprah was publicly close to Harvey Weinstein even as rumors swirled. Survivors needed her voice, but she stayed silent. Then came the South Africa school scandal, where multiple girls accused staff of abuse. Oprah fired people and cried on camera, but critics say the full truth was never told. And then there's Clive Davis, the industry's eternal gatekeeper, founder of Arista Records, mentor to Diddy, allegedly far more than that. Suge Knight claims Clive admitted to an intimate relationship with Diddy. When reporters ask Clive about Diddy today, he visibly panics and refuses to answer. Whitney Houston's death only deepens the mystery. She reportedly fought with Clive days before she died. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. Family members claim her injuries didn't match the official story. And yet Clive Davis has never been charged, never arrested, never touched. Many believe Diddy is the fall guy. Now we reach the top. Bishop T.D. Jakes. A pastor, a preacher, a man of God. 50 Cent has been dropping hints for months. Strategic clips, carefully placed moments. People believe it's deliberate. Jaguar Wright claims if T.D. Jakes was at Diddy's parties, there are only 2 reasons: money or sex. She alleges male escorts have come forward. That evidence exists. That lawsuits are coming. Gene Deal questioned why a religious leader would attend environments defined by drugs, sex, and excess. When confronted, T.D. Jakes didn't deny it outright. He talked about repentance, if it were true, and the internet exploded. People said an innocent man doesn't speak like that. Cassie reportedly turned over tapes, audio, video, names. And when those tapes drop, speculation ends. No theories, no guessing. Just truth. This connects directly to Epstein. Elon Musk suggested billionaires aren't backing certain political candidates out of belief, but fear. Because if certain lists are unsealed, the world changes overnight. Even Melinda Gates admitted meeting Epstein felt like evil personified. Dave Chappelle warned us years ago. This industry is a monster. And now the mask is slipping. So here's the real question. Is T.D. Jakes the monster at the top? Or is there someone even higher we haven't uncovered yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because the next video goes even deeper. And once the names start falling, there's no going back. They told us the story had an ending. They told us once one man fell, the system would finally be exposed. But what if that man was never the system at all? What if he was just the shield? What if the real power never steps into the spotlight, never gets arrested, never trends on social media? Over the past few months, the entertainment industry has been shaking, not because of rumors, but because people are finally starting to connect dots that were never meant to be connected. When 50 Cent began speaking openly, many dismissed it as noise. When Elon Musk entered the conversation, that dismissal turned into panic. Because this isn't about opinions anymore. It's about access, silence, and leverage. For decades, the industry has operated on an unspoken rule. Rise quietly, obey completely, and never ask how the power really works. Those who break that rule don't just lose opportunities, they lose protection. Careers collapse overnight. Narratives are rewritten. And the public is handed a villain to focus on, while the machine keeps running untouched. This story forces one uncomfortable question. How many people knew? And how many people stayed quiet because the cost of speaking was too high? This is not a conspiracy for entertainment. This is a pattern of behavior that spans decades, genres, industries, and institutions. And once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Because the real danger isn't the scandal itself. It's how efficiently the truth has been buried in plain sight. When you strip away the celebrity names and focus on behavior, a structure emerges that looks less like coincidence and more like design. Power in this industry doesn't come from talent alone. It comes from control. Control over access, control over narratives, control over what gets remembered and what gets erased. Allegations surface, then vanish. Interviews air, then disappear. Questions that should be asked never make it to air, while safer stories dominate headlines. This isn't accidental. It's systemic. People who rise too fast, know too much, or refuse to play their assigned role often face sudden career derailments, unexplained legal pressure, or character assassination. Meanwhile, the same figures appear repeatedly at the center of controversy yet remain untouched. That's not luck. That's insulation. Blackmail doesn't have to look like secret tapes anymore. It can be silence, mutual destruction, or the fear of losing everything overnight. The most powerful weapon in this system isn't violence or money, it's compliance. When everyone has something to lose, no one speaks. And when someone finally does, they're labeled unstable, bitter, or chasing attention. That tactic works because it keeps the focus on the messenger instead of the message. The public argues over personalities while the structure remains invisible. That's how systems survive scandals. They sacrifice pieces while protecting the core. And the deeper you look, the clearer it becomes that this isn't about one industry or one group. It's about how power protects itself, no matter the cost. This story doesn't end with one arrest, one documentary, or one viral moment. It's just beginning. What happens next depends on whether people are willing to look past the distractions and ask harder questions. The truth doesn't always arrive as a dramatic confession. It arrives slowly, through patterns, through silence, through who is never held accountable. If history has taught us anything, it's that systems don't collapse from outside pressure alone. They collapse when enough people refuse to accept the narrative they're given. That's why this conversation matters. Not because every allegation is proven, but because too many have been ignored for too long. The real danger isn't believing everything, it's questioning nothing. So here's the moment where you decide whether this is just another video or the start of a deeper conversation. If you've noticed the same patterns, if you felt that something about these stories never added up, say it, share it, talk about it. Because silence is the oxygen that keeps these systems alive. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is really being protected? Who benefits from the distractions? And who still hasn't been named? If this made you uncomfortable, that's the point. Subscribe, stay connected, and don't look away. Because the next chapter doesn't just go deeper, it starts numbing what others are still afraid to say.